Hello, my loves. Welcome into the live, into this collective reading that we are about to begin. If you feel called, take a deep breath and come into this live for this collective reading. Take a deep breath and come into this live for this collective reading. We're in the first quarter moon. Let's get ourselves situated. If you're feeling called, come in. We're going to start pulling some angel numbers. Perhaps you've been seeing these in the last few days, weeks, reoccurring. Lots of energy of new beginnings, creative energies, ideas, leveling up. All right. We're going to go ahead and ask the spirit to come through. What angel numbers have been showing up for this collective? Follow through with your intuition. Could be seeing these angel numbers. Every time the live gets started. Here we go. It's like the cards start shuffling themselves. Perhaps you've been seeing some angel numbers. Let's ask our light guides, loving spirits. What angel numbers have you been seeing? Go ahead and shuffle up. Follow your intuition. I don't know why I feel like we got this card last time. Okay. Expressing your gratitude, helping loved ones, teaching and healing, following your heart. Lots of following the heart, especially with the following the heart, with the Leo energy, with the Lionsgate portal. The last collective messages, we've gotten a lot of following your heart. Almost, also with the teaching and healing, I'm also getting that like for yourself, teaching yourself, self-healers. When you heal yourself, you're also helping loved ones, because when you are your best self, that's how you show up for others. Let's pull another angel number. This collective will be seen. There we go. I feel like that confirms it. Teaching and healing ourselves. Mind mastery. So we got the 7s there, the 5s and 1s. Your knowledge is growing. Expand your mind. Wisdom. Studies. Higher education. So lots of learning, studying, and also we're gonna dive deeper into this, but also I'm picking up like to say, even if you're studying like in school, this all as well adds to your wisdom. Everything is interconnected. So as you also grow your mind, you're growing your inner world is expanding, is learning. You're learning new cracks that you didn't see before. Let me just shuffle these other cards I have here. I just felt the need to give it a good shuffle before we move further. Ooh, you know what I just realized too? You know what I realized just this too? The bottom of the angel card deck. I always feel like those are important as well. Adds its own little message. And also, we have 17 people here right now. 17, 57. At the bottom of the deck, we have fully commit. Test of your loyalty. your desires, your dreams, your ambitions. This, I feel honestly, at this point, I'm like, this card is definitely part of the message. Desires, dreams, ambitions, growth, the master mirror. All right, so we're going to pull from the tarot to get a more complete message for this collective. If you are here, tap in. This is a collective message. Follow your intuition. We're going to see what message is here for this collective. I also offer personal readings if that's something else you're interested in. But today, right now, we are here for this collective message. Let me zoom out a little bit to see that you guys get the best view of all the cards. All right. Your knowledge is growing. Lots of learning, lots of applying the lessons, right? So once we learn the lessons, we integrate it. Confirmation, we integrate it. We commit. We use those lessons and apply it to our dreams, to our ambitions, and how to get there. That is growth. Using what we've learned. All right, collective, let's see what your current energy is this time. I love these collective lives. I feel like every time I do these lives, messages that we've been picking up on throughout the week. If you guys don't follow me on my other social accounts, highly recommend you do if you enjoy these lives, because it's just crazy how the collective messages add up. So we'll see. As I'm shuffling the cards, I always see like the same frequent ones flip up the last week. Here we go. The collective energy. Yes. I'm pretty sure we also had gotten this in another reading, but here we are. As we shuffle-roo. A new journey. Okay, this is what are you wanting to commit to? Everything is a commitment. It literally does not matter what you want to do. Everything is a commitment. And I feel like that's been the word. Yesterday, having conversation with my husband, we were talking about it, and that was like a word, because we were talking about something, and I'm like, it's commitment. So this is coming through right now. Whatever it is that you want to do that's been placed in your heart, even if you switch ideas because you think something might be easier, right? It's still a commitment. So for example, I don't know why I'm getting this example. And if you guys have tuned into my lives, I love examples. Follow your intuition. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't, okay? If it feels aligned for you, if it feels at peace and you receive this message peacefully, this most likely is for you. If it doesn't, that's okay. This message might not be. Other messages might be. Yada, yada. The message I'm getting right now with this commitment, okay, imagine if what's been put in your heart is like learning how to do nails, right? I don't know why I'm getting like a nail tech. Learning how to do nail art. And that's going to be a commitment, right? But then you see videos or content or something continually on your feed of others that are making a lot of money doing something else. And I don't know why I'm getting like doing something else, like e-commerce. E-commerce like Amazon, shipping, selling stuff on TikTok, TikTok shop, selling stuff online, right? And you might think, well, you know what? I might do that route because look how many people are successful at this, making money at this. I probably have a better chance at doing this than continuing my commitment or my vision as a nail tech. This is the example that I'm getting, You guys know. The thing is, my loves, is that either option that you pick is going to be a commitment. Whether you pick the e-commerce, you're going to be in for a rude awakening because you're going to be like, number one, I don't even like doing this. And number two, it's going to be just as a commitment as if you were to had stuck with your vision and what had been pulling you, which was doing the nails. This is like the example that I'm getting, but this can be applied to anything. So whatever it is that you want to follow or that you want to attract into your life, even if it's, I'm getting a lot with this, work, studies, you might as well follow your passions. You might as well, this card had been coming up a lot as I have been shuffling the Lovers, and I felt like it just has to be a part of it at this point, a part of your energy, you choosing this path. I feel like right now you're like, which path do you take? Not necessarily that there's one good or there's one bad, but there's one that's innately yours. And the thing is if we go down a path that's not ours, like we said with this example of the Amazon, right? You really want to be a nail tech, but you're seeing all this information, or the universe has a way of putting things in front of our eyes of, oh, you make so much money through e-commerce, and you convince yourself to do this instead of the nail tech because you're like, you know what, there might be more opportunity, there's more money that can maybe fund my nail tech dream. And then what starts to happen is you start going on this journey and it's not going to feel aligned. It's going to feel bumpy. It's going to feel exhausting, draining. So we might as well commit. We might as well commit to what we love, to what we can stick to. And it's all about discovering ourselves. Sometimes we don't know, and sometimes you might have to try the Amazon route for your true route to appear. It all is going to come together. Picking up on this, do not be afraid to try the different things. Some of you might already know. Some of you might need to still discover. You know that you're closer than you were before. But you're still not in a place where you're feeling super sure of your divine path, of which route you want to go down. Dive into studying, education, buy a book on that subject, surround yourself, talk to people that have been in this field. Also, like this testing your loyalty, you never know unless you try it. Like, you literally will never know. Like, I had tarot in my life for like a long time and I never picked up, right? I mean, obviously not never, but you know, for years it never crossed my mind. But one thing that I always stuck to was knowing I wanted to follow my path, knowing I wanted to follow what felt right for me, not being stuck in a job or a place that I was going to feel drained, exhausted, and that was not for me. Because that's what our intuition and our gut is for. It's guiding you, right? And it's okay to be stuck. When we're like in between or not fully on the road, you know what I'm getting? You know when you're like driving and you have to most likely when you're driving like longer distance and you have to get on the highway and you're like going through all like the bottom roads, like the bottom street roads before you get on the highway, like, you know, the bridge to the highway. That's what I'm getting. Like that part where you're driving around the street, that part is all about finding which route it is, which highway you are gonna get on. Are you gonna go north, south, east, west, like which route? But you don't have to get on the highway until you know. And you test that out and you get closer to it by trying different things. And all you really have to do is ask yourself, like, what do I like? What do I feel I'm called to? And just start from there. Like, literally just start from there. I've worked in travel because I love travel. So I was like, well, maybe my life is destined to be in travel. You know, so like you work in, I like helping others. So I've worked in a doctor's office thinking, oh, maybe I wanted to work in the medical field. Then I quickly realized, no, I don't feel super aligned here. I don't feel like this is for me, right? All those things start to come together, but you don't know unless you go at it, unless you try. Like maybe you've always had the dream of being a nail tech, and maybe you freaking hate it. And you're like, no way, I would not hate it. I know that if I did it, I would love it. You don't know that. You don't, because you've never tried. And sometimes you love something, but you might not like the work aspect of it. The point is that it all leads you to where you're supposed to. I'm also picking up on like so many people go to college and study like a specific degree, right? They're like, oh, I'm coming in here knowing I want to study science, or I don't know, I'm trying to think of something specific, marketing. And then like as soon as they're in school, they're like, no, you know what? I like public relations instead of marketing. Like things start to pivot because you start to discover that. So I'm getting a lot of self-discovery by testing, and that is testing your loyalty. That's testing your loyalty to commit to your dream, to commit to your path. It doesn't have to make sense. But that's how your mind starts growing, your knowledge starts growing, how you expand, and how new ways come about, new roads come about. The GPS becomes clear. When you get on that highway, you know which highway you're going to get on. And whenever you're feeling stuck, whenever you're feeling in this like in between, I feel like it's not even a coincidence that this card has been in the middle. Whenever you've been like in the in between, or in this moment where you're like, because this happens when we're discovering ourselves. That's the moment where we quiet our minds and express gratitude. Apply everything we've learned. It could also be, it is also the time for healing. In those moments that we're a bit unsure. Why? Because we're going into the uncertainty, into the doubt, and feeding it gratitude, feeding it self-compassion, listening to our heart too. Like in those moments is when we listen to our heart. Like, where is it trying to guide us? And sometimes it's very simple. Sometimes we might have a breakthrough idea like, oh my gosh, now I really want to try that. Or, oh, I can't even believe, or you see something that just puts that light bulb. And I'm getting like, especially here a lot, like lots of light bulb moments. You're going to have lots of light bulb moments in this process of like, oh my God, that's exactly what I want to do. Or shoot, like, look how good I am at this. Like, I feel like you're going to try something new and realize like, oh my God, I didn't even realize that like I could do something in this field or in this niche. Let go of the fears. Like, so to move forward, you have to let go and have that fully commit energy. See what could be an obstacle energy. What energy could be? Here we go, all the cards falling. I love it. If you guys are tuned in, thank you for being here on our Sunday morning lives. Would love it if you supported and gave me a little follow, as well as on Instagram, where I post more also collective readings. I come on live on Sundays, and I also offer personal readings, which I would love to connect with you guys on. I recently set up my Etsy shop, so I'm super excited for that. Spirit, let's tap into what could be blocking their current energy. Our next card here. Oh, the cards going everywhere. Lots of pages that I've been seeing during this shuffle. Pages are all about starting something new ventures. Right? Perhaps you're balancing this as well between I feel like you're balancing this as well between either your current job, a new job, your personal life, and your work and your creative projects. I feel like you're definitely stepping into this learning how to balance, learning how you can also fit this into your life. But it's going to be a good fit. It's been put in your heart for a reason. If things were super easy, they would happen like this, right? We would just be like, oh yeah, this was what was put in my heart. I have everything just to make it happen and that's it, right? Like if it was that easy. But it's a journey. It's a process of commitment. There's going to be good moments, bad moments, moments of frustration, moments of doubt, moments of belief, like the waves in the card. There's moments where we feel super sure. Moments where we're like, oh, when is it gonna come back up? When am I gonna be seeing these results? But it'll be successful for you because it's in your divine will. It's what's been put in your heart. It's what you're growing. It's what you're committing to. And like I said, in the example of like the nail tech and the whatever you follow, even if like let's say you literally start doing the nails and you find that it's not for you, it's going to lead you to that next opportunity, to the next moment of clarity, to the next breakthrough. But you won't know if you don't even start taking the steps. You might even begin to toggle between two ideas, like we've said here. Either way you choose is going to be a commitment. So which is the commitment that you want to stick to? Either way, it's going to have its moments of difficulty. It's going to have its moments of challenging, you know? It's going to have its challenging moments where it's going to test your commitment, your loyalty, your passion, your dream. It's so easy to just not face those parts that are going to be a little bit harder. But remember, in those moments where we're unsure if we're following the right path, we're unsure what to choose, bask in those moments of gratitude. I want to pull from, I've been seeing the Sun card a lot. So I definitely feel like this collective group here, you know what's been pulling you, what's been calling you. Let's pull an angel card here. I want to pull an angel message just to see what we got. Angel messages. Pull out right here. Focus on your alignment. Stay true to your values. Bridge the physical and spiritual. Make spirituality a priority. Wow. Okay, so even with this whole fully commit, mind mastery, perhaps this is more, like we said, like with the Fool, this is more of the beginning of your journey. It all begins with the inner world. When we're bridging the physical and the spiritual, the inner world is what happens first. When we align our inner world is when we start. I've been seeing 1111. Yes, This is a collective reading. I also do personal readings over on the link in my bio. If you guys are interested in a personal, this is just like a little collective reading, kind of a sneak peek of the personal readings. I have yes, no readings, or you can choose an area of life, or I also have a reading and coaching combination, which goes deeper into the steps, your personal journey, and all that jazz. So would love to connect with you guys on that. Yeah, 1111 is on here too. When we focus on that inner world is when the outer world starts to become at the end, right? Not even at the end. I don't know why I said it like that. But what I meant was when you start focusing on your inner world first and prioritize that and get really clear on who you are. And boy, let me tell you, I thought I was always clear on who I am, which I was. I feel like I was always grounded in who I am. But it's crazy that when you do commit to this work, it's crazy how the veil starts to lift and you start to see parts of yourself that you didn't before. And you start to see reasons and explanations as to why certain things haven't unfolded, right? What parts of our minds we need to address so that we can be very clear. We have to be very clear and rooted in our values. And our values all come from getting clear on our authentic selves, who we are and what matters to us. When we focus on living in that alignment, living in those values, making that a priority, that is the test of loyalty. That is when our dreams and desires start to become more clear. That is growth, and when the universe starts mirroring what's on the inside on the outside, is when more movement starts to happen as well in our life. Like more opportunities, we're seeing changes, we're seeing things happen, we're seeing things manifest, we're seeing opportunities open up, you're getting new invitations. The way starts appearing. So this journey that you're on, yes, it's also a journey of connecting with your purpose and with your dreams, but by firstly connecting with yourself, connecting with your mind. And this always happens on these collective readings. Like, hold on, I have to continue because I don't want to forget. I'm seeing here like how they're looking up in this card, how they're looking up. And then here he's like looking down, looking up to the universe and to source to bring that connection, to ask for the connection, right? So I see you really working with your inner self, really working with the universe, and getting that connection with the universe stronger. Getting that connection stronger is only going to expand your mind. It's like I'm getting like, when you, the universe university, like I'm getting that right now. It's like you're learning how to manipulate energy. You're learning how to bring from what's up down. You're learning to bring what's in your mind, the ideas that you have, everything that the universe has taught you, you're applying it here to the 3D. It can become a lot. When we take in a lot of information as well, and I was picking up on this earlier like before I even started this reading, but I didn't want to get ahead of myself. I was like, and that's what I was going to tell you guys. I was like, every time we start these collective readings on Sundays, I wish more people would stay to the end, because what starts to happen is the message, right? The message, just how the path starts to become more clear. All the pieces start coming together. And this is why I love more personal readings, because I really get to sit with your message. And I feel like it's becoming more clear. Before I even got on the live, I was channeling a message. And I said, let me do this message first. But I'm still channeling it now. What you are absorbing is greatly affecting your belief in yourself, your vision. Like we said, if you have a vision in your heart and then you start to see a lot of things online, like for example, like how we're using that nail tech example. I'm doing the nail tech example, and then you're like, you've been seeing a lot of e-commerce. You're like, well, I'm going to do e-commerce instead. Look to spirit, look to the universe for the answers. Because when we're looking for the answers down here, when we're looking for the answers on our phone, and I'm talking about the bigger answers, okay? I'm not talking about like looking up how do you start a website, okay? Like that's not the question that I'm thinking more when you look for answers in regards of what should I do? What is my purpose? Where should I go from here? What is this trying to tell me? Like those are the things I'm picking up on. Look to God. It sounds so simple, but even myself, we're in a world with so many distractions from the moment that we wake up. And that's okay, because it's life. I'm not trying to complain about that. But because life is like that, we must remember to ground ourselves and to keep our divine connection from here, like from where we are here, to the universe, to God, not to our phones. Like our connection, our line of communications can get tangled. Oh my God, this is like, it's all coming together. Do you remember how I had literally just told you guys about like driving on the street before you get on the highway, and then like knowing which highway to get on, right? How do we know which highway to get on if the navigation system is plugged in to something that's not helping us, right? So what I mean by that is like looking to answers to other people, having someone else give you that answer. Now, it's different when we get insight, or we can listen to something without taking it and running with it. At the end of the day, your strong connection, your navigation system, is the connection between you and God. This is what's going to be expanding your mind, my loves. Connection to source, to prayer, to gratitude. When all else fails, just bring it back to gratitude. It's going to teach you so much. It's going to heal you from past wounds that you have that might not be allowing you to see the best decision. Sometimes we have things in our heart or in our way that all they take is us to kind of acknowledge it. And once we acknowledge it, we're like, wow, we can literally just move past it. It's not blocking our vision anymore. In wisdom, in connection with source is where we gain wisdom, is where we gain that higher education. Also, I'm picking up as well, like, not just praying and being in connection with God is what's going to give you also more clarity, but also, like, go for it. Like, get a new book. What ways do you feel most be open in your way of experiencing God? Like, maybe you've always been used to like praying in a church and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there. Like, find new ways that work for you where you feel connected. Like, maybe it's like grounding. Maybe it's a grounding meditation outside in the grass. Maybe it's walking. Maybe it's just doing a little outside walk by yourself while you're taking in nature. Maybe it's actually praying with somebody else. Maybe you feel stronger praying with your other half, or a partner, or a family member, a loved one, or someone who's on a similar journey with you, and practicing that devotion. Maybe listening to prayer. I love to tune into like a good podcast that, or even on YouTube. I've even seen TikToks of people that pray on TikTok. But strengthening that connection, strengthening that force. So one thing I do, and I'm getting like to share this as well. One thing I do before I do a reading is a meditation. And in the meditation, I imagine a light around me, and I imagine like a light coming from the top of my head into the heavens. That's how I like to, obviously everyone visualizes differently, so like visualize it in the way that works for you. But that's like what I'm getting at. That light, that connection from you to the heavens and to the cosmos, that's what you want to commit to. That's what you want to focus on. And you focus on it by focusing on you. You are the answer. You are the divine connection. You are the key to the divine connection with Source. You create that. It's like when you jumpstart a car, how it has like the 2 clips. It's like Source is one clip, you're another clip. Like, one clip is not strong without the other. God wants you to believe. The universe wants you to believe, to embody that energy, to look to the universe for answers, and to trust that staying true to your values and to your alignment and to your priorities, that's what's going to create the bridge. It's what's going to make the way is going to appear. The fact that it even says, The fact that it even says bridge, like, and we were talking about like getting on the car and getting on the highways. Yeah. So your foundation, your inner world, that part has to be strong. And that's how you're gonna get to know yourself, know what values really matter to you. You're gonna be shocked at how many things or people or experiences in your life have kind of been lingering when you really prioritize that, when we really focus in on ourselves. And sometimes we just get used to like not checking in. So this could literally be just like a reminder, you know what I'm saying? Like check in with your priorities, check in with your values. What type of connections do you wish to have? What type of experiences do you wish to have? Okay. So amazing. Love this reading so much. Let me know if you feel this reading has resonated. If you feel it resonated, I would love to connect with you on a personal level. Yeah. We're in the first quarter moon. So it's a lovely time to write down what cycles do you want to experience. Cycles of abundance, cycles of generosity, cycles of happiness, of support. I'm also getting that as well, like the connections around you, are they supporting you, empowering you? The journey either way is kind of I don't want to say a lonely one, because it's not, but it's like here, the fool, he goes out this journey alone. He doesn't have like 25 people with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like his mom, sister, like, oh yeah, we're going on the journey with you. Like, it's your personal journey. And in your personal journey, you have to get clear on you, not what anybody else thinks it's a good journey, not what anybody else thinks that you might be meant to do. You're gonna learn so much about yourself. So I'm really getting that. Like, you're gonna learn so much about yourself. You are going to expand your spirituality a lot. And it's going to be your navigation system, your belief system, your connection to source. It's going to be your navigation. It's going to be the way that you materialize, the way that you make things happen, the way that you attract abundance is going to be through that. It's going to get you prepared for the ups, for the downs, for the reality of life and of work and of, right? Because this really is like, it also gives me like very much life. It's like we're always in between two decisions or two ways that things can go about. Same with here. It's like you have two directions. You have two choices at all times. And we get clear on that we get grounded, we don't get flustered, and we know how to move when we are rooted in ourselves. When we are led by our values, because we realize how important it is to our alignment. And when you are aligned, when you are in alignment, baby, you're a master mirror. When you are in alignment, you are attracting, you are magnetizing what's in that same frequency. Oh my God, stop. Synchronicities on Threads, babes. Literally the first Threads that I posted today. It's the only Threads I've posted today before I even came on live. It said, number 1, set your standards. Number 2, show up as your standards consistently. Even if it's not perfect, consistently showing up. And number 3, watch everything magnetize itself to you. Watch what you are being and what you are showing up as. You are going to attract like circumstances, like situations. And you're going to be shocked at how many things fall away and how many things start to appear. It does not have to be clear for you right now. It most likely is not. Right? The fool is not 100% on what the journey is going to look like. He's not like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to first make a left turn, then make a right turn, and then I'm going to go here, then I'm going to do that. Oh, and then in a year and a half, this is going to show up, and this is going to happen, and you don't know those things, right? But the important part is we don't know, like we said, we don't know the ups and the downs, but you're going at it. You're like facing it with alignment. When you're aligned and when you have your values in check, my love, nothing can rock you because you are being led by spirit. You trust that it's all in the right direction. Like we said with the nail tech example, even if that doesn't work out, you're not going to be like, oh, you know what? That's it. I'm done. Throw in the towel. No, you're not. You're actually going to have clarity to what is working out. Be very, very, very clear right now as to what you are absorbing. Okay? Before I leave you guys with this message today, be very clear on what you are absorbing, what you're taking in on the internet, what you're listening to. Remember, you obviously are going to have to listen to some things that you don't agree with sometimes when you're out and about. That's life. My family sometimes says things that I'm like, I want to pull my hair out. But I don't listen. I just hear it. You feel me? There's a difference. If it's not empowering me, I'm not listening. I might have heard what you said, but I'm not absorbing that. I'm not integrating that into my being. It's just something that person said. It has more to do with them. I don't know what they said. That's on them. What you're taking in can greatly affect your energy and your connection. That source that we had from the bottom, from your head to the heavens, it can be rocked. It can be dimmed if we let it. So get really clear on that. Love, love, love sharing this message with you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in, for all of your support. Go ahead and give a follow if you enjoyed it. I come on live every Sundays, and I always am posting collective messages. If not here on TikTok, then Threads, on Instagram, even on YouTube. I be everywhere here and there. But I definitely look forward to connecting with you guys on a personal reading. Thank you again. I love you guys. I'm sending you so much light, love, empowerment on your journey. And what a blessing. I hope you have a blessed Sunday. And I can't wait to connect with you on the next one. Bye.